Hello, hello, hello. So this is going to be a little different than what I usually make. I hope this is sounding good. I'm going to review these last few live streams. Just go through it. Here's the first one. This is from Monday of last week. So I'm going to review both days. And yeah, basically going to be studying and see how maybe I could have played better or what I could have done different. So that is what we're doing right now. I'm just sharing it really quick on my Instagram. Live. Let's see. Share. Oh, sorry if there's crying. Let's see if this is working. Sorry about the little delay. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is working. I'm just promoting. Live. Papa's working. Oh, okay, let me see. I'm filming right now, so if we could not have her crying right by the door. Thank you. I'm sorry, baby. I'm filming. I love you. Oh, baby. I've got my little baby there. Oh, okay. Hopefully it doesn't last for too long. Reviewing for the worst run of my life. Alright. Sorry if this is a little boring. I'm just promoting it really quick. Alright, well said. Alright, welcome. So what's happening today is I'm going to be reviewing the... Love your poker vlogs. Thank you, man. I'm going to be reviewing the last two vlogs I played at Hamul Poker Live. And as you may suppose by the title, I've been getting wrecked. This month has just been the worst one of my whole life. Thankfully, I sand run last month, so they're compensating each other. Thankfully. So it's not as stressful because I had a bankroll that could withstand this downswing. Still pretty fucking brutal. So I decided I'm going to change my content. I'm trying to work on ways, to make more money, be more efficient. And vlogs are just not making the cut. Honestly, it's a content I was putting the most money into creating, and it was what's giving me the less results. And it's been over 2 years. So I like long format content, and I decided how can I still make long format, but not dedicate so much of my time in something that I get no results. And this is what I got to. So what this is going to be is I'm going to live stream. I'm going to study with GTO Wizard, go through hands that I played on the 2 previous streams that I played, because I play 2 streams a week. So I'm going to study the 2 streams I played on a live stream. And from this, I'll make a long format content and see how it goes. This will be a lot more educational and studying for myself too. And the beauty of this, even if it doesn't do great and doesn't get many views, it's beneficial for me because I'm going to be studying. I'm going to improve my game because I'm going to be going through these hands and looking at it. Because, yeah, sure, I'm running bad, but who knows if I could have lost less money or find different spots, So that is the goal right now. And this is what we're going to do. So we got these. So we're going to be jumping from the stream to GTO Wizard. That's where I'm going to be studying. And hopefully this is the first time I ever do it. So, this is going to be trial and error. We're going to find ways to make this look better and be more efficient. Maybe in the future, I'll just write down every minute that the hands are done. I didn't do that this time. Let's see if that's really bad. I think it won't be a big deal, but if it's too slow for me to find the hands, in the future live streams, I'll just directly, previous week, just write down everything like that. I'll know, okay, this minute, because there's a good amount of time. So there was a few spots here. One of the big ones was actually a global Kenny that we play. So you see I'm just scrolling through here to find different spots. See, we did have different hands. So here is, this is a bomb pot. I mean, I guess we can see the bomb pots too. I don't know if it's that, well, no, this doesn't even work because this is a no limit. So this was just wrong. So let's just move on because it's just showing 2 cards. All right, let's get right into this. I'm excited. So first hand in, I raised in the hijack $30. I don't remember a lot of this, so we're going to just all learn together and figure it out. And if there's something that seems worth learning or worth studying, we can go into it. So, all right, jump right into it. Let's do it. First hand that we play. It doesn't seem like we have the Nick game going on, but I am in the hijack with ace-deuce suited. It's 2-5-10 and just clear open, a suited ace. I make it $30, and I get the cutoff, buttons, big blind, and under the gun to call. So these are spots that it's not going to be that easy to run with GTO Wizard, like super multi-way. Maybe it gets heads up, and we can just kind of see, seeing what you should do heads up is very relevant too. to know what to do multi-way. And yep. So to make it easier for future when I'm studying this, out of position I just check range if people call in position. It makes it a lot easier, and a big purpose, I think a goal you should have when you're building a strategy is just make it as simple as possible, because poker is so damn complicated. So it's impossible to play optimally what like the solver wants you to do. So the best way you could play is to simplify it and then go from there. So have a simple strategy that is profitable, and you know, once you got that really down, you can start making it more complicated and going more in depth. I'm still way in poker. You can get so freaking good. I'm still at the beginning. I'm profitable. I'm feeling a lot better about my game, but I have so much to learn. So right now I'm building a strategy that I think is pretty simple, and from there I'll get more and more sophisticated, you could say. So right now, yeah, people call in position against me. I'm just checking range. And here, no difference when the board is Jack 3 Queen. I guess I got a backdoor flush draw, but not much else. It checks around, and yeah, I mean, I'm done with this hand. So multi-way, flush draws, yeah, someone bets, I just let it go. Not much to this. So let's move on. Sorry if you hear crying. There was a few very interesting hands. Whatever, here I just raised queen, jack off, and they folded.
But if you're in a maniac mode, not that
I hope this is beneficial, and I'm not on a delay. That's a fun thing of these type of live streams. I'm not on a delay. So when anyone sends a message or wants to talk, I am live, so I could see in the moment. All right, we got a hand here. Maybe 2x it as well. I think I'm being pretty quick. So all right. Wow, it kind of jumps. It jumps quick, so I think it's pretty standard. Yeah, I raise and low jack, king off, and I get the small blind to call, and God looks to call under the gun. Cool. Cool. This is fun because I haven't gone back to this. I haven't seen what they had, so unless they got the showdown, I didn't know what they had in the moment. So flop is king deuce 10. Cool. Top pair, queen kicker, pretty good. Double Broadway, I'm just going to be c-betting range. Even 3 ways, I think is still fine. You know, whatever the strategy is heads up, if you want to just implement it 3 multi-way, I think you could just be betting a little smaller. So I'm just be betting small on this board.
So let's say the Mexican peso.
That is what I do.
I would be losing.
So they're going to call it all. We're just going to end on the flop. Mako, he's going to get sticky and call these ones. He does call.
I always trust the dog. I mean, people in Mexico
heads up to a turn.
With that, yeah,
that is awesome. A 6. And yeah, just keep on betting here. There's plenty of worse we can get value from.
The US dollar's devalued more this year since 1976.
They proved me completely wrong because...
Interesting. So this is not a thing ever, you know, and it's really interesting when someone leads on a brick turn. Like, what are they representing? I definitely... Donks, I mean, this is different because he led the turn. When people lead the flop, they have so much random hands. You can't imagine how random hands people have when they lead the flop. There is strategies around leading, especially in 3 of pots when the board is really low and better for the caller. But yeah, in recreational players, sometimes when they have these leading ranges, they're just the wackiest hands. So as you see here on the turn, it's not that common. But yeah, he's leading with pocket 8s, and now do I raise here? I don't know, honestly. I'm blocking so many of the draws with my queen of hearts. Ace king, I think, is like raise with ace king and then calling with king queen. I'm not sure. That is a close spot. I mean, maybe we could run it. This is one of these weird hands that it's really hard to study because it's so freaking random. It would take some time, but who knows what this guy's leading range is. But if he's leading, if we know what he's leading with pocket 8s, 100% we should be raising it here. And the river's a 9. That brings in a straight. Thankfully, we're blocking that. That's not the worst. And now when he bets again, I just think we call. I think raising here is too thin.
125?
Because
I went to a wedding.
yeah, what are we trying to? We're raising. We gotta get called by worse. They made it 125.
My friend swapped Bitcoin when it was at 120 something dollars.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to show.
What the fuck? How the fuck? When? How?
Yeah, he didn't show.
Shit,
Yeah,
crazy.
I never knew that call eights.
It's like what, like
So, yep.
That's like,
I think that one, no need to go into
It's
hands.
good until it's not, and then that
I can just move on from that one.
collapse.
I think
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Ace King could be good enough
I mean,
for
it's really
Ace,
good
but you
for a
know,
lot of stuff.
like,
It's
just
really
gotta
good
get
for
called by worse. Oh, we got a hand. We got a pretty one. All right, pocket queens and under the gun. I don't think I get any more calls here. 100% free betting here, and since we're in the straddle last act, I think a little bit on the bigger side. I'm expecting them just to fold. I think that's what happened. I don't think Justin's calling is jack off. Usually, what I've been learning, and I know, offsuit, you know, the bottom of the range of the calling is going to 4-bet, so if he is ever playing against jack, I think he's turning it off the 4-bets, since I don't think it's good enough to call. And for what I'm learning, the strategy is the bottom of the range. If it's not good enough to call, like the very bottom. Oh, that's. Never mind. I didn't think it was going to call. Well, I guess it's different because. Okay, interesting. There's a small blind. I was expecting.
He's first act, I think.
Cool. All right. So, small blind raises, big blind calls. I straight up with pockets under the gun, and we go series to a flop. There it is. A beautiful Ace King 9. The most beautiful flop you could expect in $2 queens. But I mean, Ace King. I'm just betting range. I just have that strategy in the 3-bet pot. Ace King. I'm just gonna see that, and you never know. I can turn my hand into a bluff in future streets. So for now, I don't have to think on the flop. My hand does not matter. I'm gonna see bet range on his board, and then depending on what happens on the turn, I go from there with my hand. So when I bet $100 and I get both Justin and Carlos to call, yeah, maybe you could still be going for it. Honestly. Let's look this one up. I'm going to look this one up because this is a really interesting one because I wasn't sure. Like, I think Justin, he never has Ace King here. He never has aces. He never has kings. The only hand I'm worried about is Ace 9 and King 9, right? And once they both call, my pocket queens is not good here. So this is a really interesting one. In the moment, I wasn't sure if I should turn my hand into a bluff. Carlos, I mean, yeah, I don't know what he's calling in the middle with. But I could be playing. I mean, he called me with 5s. So this is a really interesting spot. Let's check it out. So let's switch to GTO Wizard. All right. So first one we're gonna study. So let's do. Well, we can't have the straddle going on. So we're gonna just do heads up. Let's do this heads up. 200 big blinds deep. Can we make a straddle going on? I can't do a straddle. That's like you have to pay extra for it. Wait, how deep was I? How deep was I? That's not there. Babbo, I had. How much did I have? Sorry, let me just check how much I had behind. No, let's make it 100 big blinds because we had the straddle going on. So I basically had 100 big blinds. So let's just do it like this. Sometimes you got to simplify. So let's do small blind raises. Let's forget about Carlos. Small blind raises, big blind 3-bets. And small blind calls. See, that's what I thought. Like, you don't want to be. That's what I thought. It does call sometimes though, but I thought mostly you'd want to turn it into a 4-bet or fold, like a first calling with the suited. Anyways, he does call. And go to a flop and see, like, he shouldn't have any Ace King or kings, and I don't think Justin does. I don't think Justin has it. So we go to a flop of King 9 Ace. Let me check in. Ace King. King, Ace, 9. Right. Let's solve with AI to make it easier. So, already going for a different strategy. This is different. It's just different spots. I just don't know a lot of them, so I kind of adapt to what I have. the strategy I have is for 3-bet when I 3-bet early against, what was it, like 3-bet late against early, right? Blinds against blinds seems like it's a different strategy. So it's just checking queens and jacks here. Let's see if we switch this to just. Let me see something. It's stuff I gotta learn, and it's kind of interesting because I don't play many times. Like when I play the regular games, this doesn't happen that often. I mean, it does happen in this because Australia is going on, but like I usually don't have any blinds against blinds action. So, anyways, let me just node lock that we're c-betting range and go from here, right? Because that's my strategy. That was my strategy in the moment. My strategy in the moment was I'm going to c-bet range small. So I'm going to c-bet range. He calls. So the turn comes to 6. That brings in the backdoor flush, right? Yeah. Brings in the backdoor flush. He checks. Do you ever turn a queens into a bluff? No. Okay. Good to know. So it does not like to turn these. I guess it just has enough showdown value. I mean, in my situation, I think it was different because for sure one of them had an ace. I mean, when both of them call, it just seems like definitely one of them had an ace. And maybe we could just go, at least we block an ace queen, but maybe that's not good because I want to get ace queen to fold. Because I think if I'm going bet, I'm trying to get ace queen, ace jack, ace 10 to fold. So where the bluffs is just from nines. That makes a lot more sense because we're blocking a pocket nines and an ace 9, a king 9. That's what I'm worried about. So for sure, it just makes way more sense using hands that's blocking the 9. So anyways, cool. I just wanted to see that. Keep it going. So, yep. What happens here is, if I remember right, I think it just checks around. Because, yeah, once they both call, I'm just wasn't sure if I should come out into a bluff. And now when someone bets in, like, is what it is. What happened here? I'm curious what happened here. Here's Justin bet.
Alright, 4 bets 550. 6 fold.
I wanted to give you 15. Oh, yeah? I wanted to give you the 15.
I think once, they both call and flop.
No?
It is what it is. We just let it go and move on. And, yeah, happy that, yeah, pocket queens makes way more sense.
Should have set the trap.
To turn a, bottom pair into a bluff. What's here? What's here?
Right now we're doing
7-deuce hand. Oh, we got 7-deuce hand. I guess we're playing 7-deuce here.
5 cards in the hole.
Alright, what's happening? Alright, so we got the 7-deuce game going on. That's why I'm playing right now with 7-deuce. I'm playing a hand because if I win, I think we had $20. I get $20 per player. I'm in the button. Usually I'm always playing aggressive. I'm just 3-betting. I guess I called because I'm suited. I'm in the button, so I'm more flatting, so I could just go post flop. I think still it's better just to 3-bet because it's a bluff, right? We're not. I don't like this because again, like in your range, you got your. There's different. I'm kind of. I think when you look at your range, the calling ones is those in between hands. Like the 7-deuce is just it's the bluffing range of my 3-bets hands. It doesn't play good post flop. Sure, it has a flush draw, but apart from that, it just doesn't play good post flop. So I think I should just 3-bet and just always use 7-deuce as a bluff, especially with a caller in between. So yeah, definitely not a big fan of calling there. And now, I mean, I got backdoors, $75. The pot is huge. I got a backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. I guess calling is fine in the button. Like with the plan and maybe bluffing on later streets. Probably they did never put me on a 7-deuce. I didn't 3-bet pre-flop. It's kind of the benefit, I guess, of being freaky. Tricky with 7-deuce and not 3-betting. They usually expect you to re-bluff yourself. Alright, but it's 175.
I live in Poway. Yeah.
You know Diego?
Yeah. Just a little bit of a drive.
Yeah.
Like I. Okay.
And
Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
you got to consider too, right? This is the dude that led before with the pocket eights. He does a lot of weird stuff. So I think he could very likely have a flush draw himself that's going here. Maybe he has a 9. So yeah, with the consideration that there's more money on top of it if I call and I'm good with my 7. I think it's close. But it's 175. The pots are over 600. This guy does splashy stuff. And I got more money if I win the balance.
Yeah, I left here at 3. It says like 55 minutes, but as it gets down, it's like another.
I think it's fine to call. I think it's better being aggressive.
Yeah, purely here.
Flop.
Sometimes I have a mouth, but I probably haven't gone a couple months.
That's why game this flop ends up being more expensive.
Play on the computer sometimes, like WPT. Hunt around there, but.
Flush does come in,
Have you ever tried that side or no?
Now,
Yeah.
I actually bluffed this guy previously in another spot that was kind of like this, when the flush
No,
came
it's,
in.
thinking about
But
it,
it was a
it's higher
different
than like
situation, and I guess
because,
depending on the size he bets. And he
Yeah,
bets
'cause
small
usually-
again.
No, it's about the
That's
same. It's about the same. I mean,
But yeah, whatever. I'm not blocking a flush draw. And he goes bet, bet, bet. So yeah. Yeah, this hand, let's not just go through a solver. I just think I'm not a fan of this hand. I mean, maybe I would have lost more money depending if he calls pre-flop with his queen 7 suited, but just 7-deuce is the hand. It's part of my range that's supposed to be bluffing, right? Because it's complete garbage. It doesn't play good post flop. Usually you're calling with hands that have good playability post flop, right? 7-deuce does not. So I think this was just bad. Just fucking 3-bet with 7-deuce if you want to try to win it. I get it because it's suited. I mean, in the button, so maybe. I mean, I don't think it's the worst thing ever, but I do prefer just 3-betting. All right, we got another hand. So moving on.
Vegas?
Looks like a small blind.
Oh, yeah.
Death 3-bet hand. Let's go back a second, see what happened here.
You're after 5.
Yeah, definitely not the best start, as you can see.
28. 28.
I think I have a one hand here. That's 7-deuce.
Yeah, I look old,
You
man.
know, that adds up.
It's the beard, yeah.
So we're in a small blind.
Deceptive.
Try 3-bet hand. Yeah, gotta with phrases.
Do you travel at all?
No, not really. Like, I'd even go to Vegas
Clicked
this
it
year.
like 20.
No.
So I 3-bet him to 80.
Yeah,
he
like
calls.
5-10 in Vegas.
No, like I played.
No
Oh, yeah.
making going on yet. So
Yeah,
this
we
is
played
7-deuce. And he calls.
short-handed one time. It was,
All
yeah, the
right,
game was-
so let's see. This is blinds against blinds. I guess it's a good thing to study, because what I know, like 3 of pots in position, I can just check range on the super low boards like this one. I just check range. Let's check out how it is blinds against blinds. That'd be a good thing to do. Let's check out some blinds against
Yeah,
blinds.
they're bringing the heat.
I do not know this.
People online are like congratulating me 6
Oh.
because they're like, oh, those guys didn't play.
Oh, yeah, because you won Danny in a nice pot. You, like, bluff caught him down. Yeah.
Then I got on the double.
Let's do this again.
6-bet.
Oh, okay.
So it's still 100 big blinds because the straddle's going on.
Oh, yes, kept it. And you got him.
No?
Like, big
About
pot.
Good.
Let's do a hand against
You
blinds.
didn't have ace high?
So
Yeah, you
small
were running
blind
big stack.
raises.
Yeah.
No, sorry, small blind raises.
You said like king,
Big
queen,
blind
or
3-bets.
jack?
That right? Pretty good 3-bet. Cool.
But yeah, no, I've been pretty tame. Pretty.
Small blind calls.
Yeah.
Not super
You
low.
want to come in?
Yeah.
I got
No.
Right here, guys.
I've lost my fair share in PL already. So.
Ready to go. Ready to go.
How much was it again?
107.
I just saw Joey's blinds, that's all.
Where did it go?
50%, but like I know for
Sorry,
$28
guys, I
big blind
lost
they'll take
track.
$30, which is a PB and a half, but you get 50% back. So that's the same.
Find it again.
But say if you play like 1, 2, 4,
Sorry.
$6
Let me find it again. I
That's
know
way
what
more than
happened.
anywhere from like 2, 4 to sometimes I play the 10, 20 too. But depends what's on the account.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. There's a good reason to have.
Online is too quick too.
Right, here it is. All right, cool. So it's 6 of diamonds, 3 of spades, 6 3 deuce. All right, let's see. to AI solver. This makes it easier. Makes it easier. Checks. Oh, wow. So, yeah, doing a bunch of betting. So, I'm not surprised, honestly, that a bunch of my fuck-ups just come from blind against blind action. Because, what's up, Babbo? Repeatable thought process? RPT, gather, bro. Repeatable thought process. What about repeatable thought process, Nelson? About, like, you're talking about the Hungry Horses? So, you know, the more mistakes I'm going to find myself in is the spots I'm less familiar with. And the ones I'm less familiar with is definitely blinds against blinds action. Especially, like, even in straddle pots. Because the games I usually play, it's usually 2-5. And again, when you get to the blinds, you just chop it up. So... Sorry. Letting my wife know I'm live streaming. So 100% I'm gonna, this is definitely a big sign that I gotta study some blinds against blinds, because yeah, he likes to spending a shit ton on this low board. So first thing, 100% he likes betting with my hand. That's good to know. And I thought so too. I mean, because, you know, if we get any queen, king, if we get king, queen, jack, you know, all these cards to fold, it's great. So yeah, low board, blinds against blinds, he likes betting a lot. Did I do it correctly pre-flop? I did, right? Yeah. And I guess that makes sense when you see how much I'm 3-betting. I'm 3 in a bunch of pocket pairs. It's all right. It likes the bet here. It likes the bet here. So yeah, see, like so far, a few spots that not loving it. I mean,
Danny in a nice spot. He like
just 3-bet pre-flop.
Yeah.
Check.
Oh, okay.
When it pairs the board on the turn.
Oh, yes, kept it. And you got him.
This seems like a bad card to start
Like
bluffing
big
on.
pot.
I think he expects me to be betting all my overpairs on the flop. So the deuce doesn't make too much sense. So I think he's going to be calling me pretty wide. Alright. Moving on. Anyone want to talk about anything? Let me know if there's any questions. Let me know what you guys think about this different format of content. I'm happy about it too that I just review my hands. But 100% I see that, yeah, not the best. Okay, I'm in here with my 5-3. What's going on here? What's going on here? I just saw myself with 5-3. I guess I'm in the straddle.
Is that similar to blue balls? Yeah.
I guess I'm in the straddle in this next one.
I did not know him. I did not
There's
know
a sick flop.
him. But I did not know the distance. I was very, very surprised. What a rookie season.
I'm guessing I'm in under the straddle.
He can run. I don't know. I can complete. But you think it doesn't continue?
Okay. So, okay. So button opens and small blind, big blind, and I call in under the straddle pool. I got bottom pair on a flush draw. So when Godless leads, not going anywhere. So multi-way. I mean, hey, raising here would be pretty freaking cool. I think raising here would be. I think this is a spot I can't really study, you know. But I got I'm blocking, you know, 2 pairs and sets. So I got a bottom pair with a flush draw and a backdoor straight draw. I think it would be a cool spot to raise, honestly. Because like even like Mako and stuff, if he has like a jack, he bets and I raise. These guys are really hating it after. Yeah, once they call top pair, he'll gut shot. Turn is a 4.
I guess we can.
I got a straight draw to go with my first draw.
I had it checked, but...
Okay, that's fine. Has everybody checked this?
I mean, you guys checked.
Oh, this was interesting. I remember this hand now. This was so annoying. I think I would have just liked betting myself. I mean, I just should have raised the flop. This was such a weird spot. Yeah, I did check, and he just fucking ripped it all in for $400. And I really just thought, I mean, this is the dude that early had the 8s. I really just thought this dude, like, has a jack. I don't think he's ripping it all in with the nuts. I mean, maybe. I just in the moment I didn't think he had the I didn't think he had the straight here, just ripping it all in for such a massive size. I think he had a hand that just wanted to take it down. So now that we're here, this is another spot I think, like, thinking back, raising the flop would have been fun because I could represent all the 2 pairs. Because I'm just calling last act. So I have Jack 6, I have Jack 5 suited. I could have pocket 5s, pocket 6s, 6-5. So raising the flop would have been fun. Maybe the same outcome, but that doesn't matter. Just what's the best play. And here, I mean, I got a flush draw, I got a straight draw, and I got a pair. If he has a fucking Jack here that he's just ripping it with, like, I'm getting a price to call. That's what I was thinking. Like, he just seems like he has a Jack here that is trying to take it down right now. And if maybe sometimes he'll go crazy with the nut flush draw or flush draw with himself. See, my guess with this is most likely a Jack or a flush draw, and I'm doing amazing against both. I'm ahead of a flush draw. If he has a Jack, I'm pretty much flipping. I mean, even my 2 pair outs are very likely good. So what ends up happening is not best case scenario, pretty shitty scenario, honestly. Because actually worst case scenario, almost worst case scenario. Because my straight outs and my 2 pair outs are no good. I only have my flush draw outs. My straight draw outs is a chop because he has Jack 3. So it's one of the worst case scenarios that I'm basically now, unless I hit a flush draw, the straight is chopping, so I lose that board at least. I hit the straight on the second, and I chop it up against Jack 3. Yeah, as you see, pretty...
So you're gonna get 3 quarters.
Wacky.
St. Louis ramp with LA.
Okay, but if you're gonna do the ramp, what you doing?
Always set whoever Andy Reid's coaching. Who is he coaching this year? The Chiefs. Okay, well, I did the Chiefs. He's the best coach of the football the last 50 years.
He's a good coach for sure.
Yeah, there goes another chunk of my stack. And yeah, I think I'm down. Yeah, I'm already down over 1,000.
Yeah, of course, the team knew what plays they were going to run beforehand.
At least aggressive, tight aggressive, but definitely prefer just being in the mid stack and being up money than being over there and
That's your first half, and they didn't give you this the second.
Oh, last year. Oh, yeah.
So, yep.
That team was bad. That Chiefs team
Think we haven't won a hand
every
yet?
game, they were the worst team every single game. They were the worst.
What's going on here?
Did you guys watch it?
I mean, if you want to look through bomb pots, it's just so much less to it. I don't think there's nothing too interesting.
Oh, thanks, bro. Thank you, sir.
Oh yeah, I always wondering about this one. He ends up folding. Yeah, he pots it on the turn. Because he bet the flop and he pots the turn. And bomb pots are weird sometimes. I remember thinking about this one and telling myself, if I had a pair on the other board, I would call. Because it's exactly what's happening right here, right? I have nothing on the other board. So if he's value betting the board I have, since on this board I have Queen 3 with a flush draw, so sure, I have a flush draw, the nut flush draw, but I'm calling the chop. If he has King Queen, that's exactly what he had now. His King High is fucking good, right? So maybe I should still be calling because I have the nut flush draw. Probably. It's just... calling the chop just seems like such a bad idea. So that's why I end up folding here. And he has nothing behind. So I think, you know, when you calling to hit the nuts on a bomb pot may still be okay if you could put pressure in later streets. So imagine if, you know, you could river the nuts, you could pot the river and try to scoop because if they fold, but he has $300 behind. I'm not going to price to call the chop. Like, I'm not going to get there most of the time. And when I do get there, he has $300 behind. And I'm going to win half of the pot. So if I had any pair on the other board, I think I would have called. But with nothing, I do just ended up letting it go. Moving on. There was one hand I really want to go into. That was really interesting. That was the one I played against Kenny. Because he showed up later. He's not here right now. But he showed up later. Let's keep on scrolling. Anyone wants to talk about anything? You can go to hand over here. Alright, what's going on here? I'm in a straddle. Button raises. Big blind calls. And I'm in a straddle with Queen Jack suited. Let's look that up, man. Let's look that up. I mean, I can't see straddles, but should I be 3-betting the button? Let's just go pre-flop to basics. It says small blind calls. Yep. 100%. What if the small blind folds? Still. Okay, then it calls a lot more. Calls a lot more, but when there's a call in between, look at that. Look how that changes. God damn. When a small blind calls in between, it goes from raising 13% to 14. Well, not that crazy amount, but just a lot more suited hands. It calls way less, though. It goes from... What, shit, can you guys see this? So, oh, shit, sorry. Oh, well. That's some private conversation that I guess doesn't matter too much. But, sorry, I had that in the wrong place. So, when the button raises, it calls 30% of the time, and when the button calls, it calls 20. So, it folds a good amount more, and it just 3-bets more. So, yeah, all these hands that we're calling, like King 10, Queen 10, Jack Queen Jack is almost pure calling in the big blind. But when the big blind calls, it just prefers 3-betting them all. That's interesting. That's good to know. All right, so it way prefers a little different dynamics because we're the straddle, but I think, you know, it's a good idea to just see. Just prefers way more to 3-bet. So, yep. There's another little thing. With the caller in between and the big blind Carlos, it way prefers to do that. And the moment we do this call, fine. It's the guy calling between. And look at that.
That's usually me. He looks like a duck and I'm the cow.
Oh yeah, I remember this one. We flop a flush draw and a straight draw. And we turn the second nut flush. There's an interesting spot. Maybe I should just raise right away. Carlos bets $75. That's pretty big. And I start raising here. Will look crazy strong. I had another player left attack after me, and I got the second nut flush, and I'm blocking the third nut flush. So maybe I should just fast play, because if I don't think he's folding 2 pairs or a straight, I'm blocking the straight too. Probably should just raise here. But yeah, I think it's calling time. I wanted to keep maybe the button in as well. So the moment I do just call, of course, if I knew he had a flush, I would have fucking raised, obviously. I was 100% going to check raise this flop, but he did check back. But interesting enough, he had pocket threes. And river's a bummer. It's another diamond. And now he checks, and let's just bet. I mean, I don't think he's almost ever. I mean, yeah, we got to bet for value. It's a bummer that we have the jack, so we're bluffing. Jack Queen is a 3-bet. You're supposed to slam. I watched the stream. Tough run, yeah. Jack Queen is a 3-bet. Yeah, that's what I just saw. It's a call if nobody called in between. It's happy calling against the button in the last act, but when there's a caller in between, yeah, Way prefers a 3-bet. And now we just bet. I bet on the smaller side. This is just a spot that I think is super underbluffed. It seems to always have a flush here, so I wanted to get called, so I didn't want to go too big. That's the size. I just half called it because I wanted to call. He does. And yeah, we found out that was a horrendous river. So we probably got way more money out of it. But hey, can't complain. First pot coming our way. And yeah, I think just raising could be fine anyways. Moving on. Alright, we're 40 minutes in. Okay, what we got going? We're being aggressive here. Alright. Oh yeah, Nick game's going on. I think I just 3-bet with the A6 suited, and Carlos had Jack 3 off. So we got rid of our Nick game. Nick game is going on now, so don't be surprised if you see a lot more aggressive. And Kenny's in the house, so I think the interesting hand's coming up soon. Interesting hand coming up soon that I talked to my coach about. that is a part of my game I have to really work on too. Is being aggressive when I'm not the pre-flop aggressor. That's exactly what happened in this spot. That's came up a lot in my, I think it's a leak in my game. I'm not used to being aggressive when I'm the pre-flop aggressor, when I'm not the pre-flop aggressor. What's here? Oh, this was a fun one. This was a fun one. So, Nick game is going on again. So this is super relevant. When the Nick game is going on, it changes everything. Because people are going to be wider. They're going to call you down lighter, as you're going to see if we review the Saturday live stream. People are just going to call you wider. I'm gonna review it too. We're getting close to this one, and I didn't play that long. So in this spot, I'm in a small blind, and the low jack makes it 30. Hijack 3-bets to 130. Cutoff calls. Button calls. Small, and then I'm on the small blind. There's so much dead money here. Nick game's going on. Justin could 3-bet light. I see he has 10-9 suited. That solid 3-bet. I mean light. That more proper 3-bets. Like he's not an OMC. That's just going to 3-bet premiums. And I have ace king off. So slam dunk. And for what I have behind and all this money in the middle, I think it's got to rip it. I think 4-betting less. Because if you want to 4-bet, when you want to put money in the pot, you just got to make sure you don't put over a 30 stack. Because you're basically committing. Basically, if you put over 30 stack, it's like you're not going to fold anyways. So if you can't make it work by putting a 30 stack, just go all in. So with all that dead money in the middle, over $400, yep, just rip it all in. And everybody does fold because they come away and call there. Justin had 10-9. And yeah, Eric had pocket 8s. That's what he tanked with. Yeah, because Eric tanked a little while. Just he was saying he thought I had ace king, exactly what I have.
You like 12 joints?
He knows that.
Like 14?
It's a good call. There's a lot of dead money.
Like 14. Like 15. 14.
And he takes and takes and takes, and finally he does end up folding. And this actually saw a little chunk profit, because there's a bunch of dead money. There's like $400.
Okay, 14, 25.
With 25 now, I gotta fold.
I suppose.
Hey, you're fucking fat, man. Look at these.
Yeah.
The most beautiful fantasy.
No.
Saying that? I don't know. That's gonna be binding, right? That's gonna be fucking.
Give me my cards back. I
Yeah,
want to
he
play.
does
No,
end
I
up
knew it.
folding.
It was ace king or like 10 to jacks.
Oh, this was the big one. Here's the big one that I got wrecked.
You're big,
I think it was right after. Alright.
Is that me?
Next hand. This is where I tell you what my coach told me, and because I didn't even consider. So here we are. Nick game's going on, right? Not for me, but for Kenny. Global Kenny's an underdog straddle. Godless limps. I got pocket jacks in the button. I make it $40. Big blind calls, and now Kenny 3-bets to $230. I didn't even consider 4-betting. My coach said that for sure, and just because of the Nick game, Global Kenny could be very aggressive. I see he has ace-9 off. If he's fucking 4-betting ace-9 off, for sure Jacks is just a slam dunk. Click it, 5-bet. Just, you know, I guess too, I'm used to playing smaller, you know. Getting all in for $1,800, I'm not in love with. So let's check out the pre-flop charts and see what it says. Let's check out the pre-flop charts. So we're going to do it as good as possible. Button raises, small blind calls, big blind 3-bets. Certain mixes, and when it does it just likes to rip it. And I'm a little over. Let's see 200 big blinds, because I'm a little deeper now. Let's see 200. Okay, it's still now it doesn't. It'll click it, but not click it. Make it a little bit. It's true. It does 4-bet a good amount, and this is against a proper range, because like the big blind, as you can see, it's not 4-betting ace-9 off. So if you bring this down, you're probably a 4-betting a lot more. So, oops, sorry, there's the monkey. There's a monkey. So let's go back here. Yeah, so I didn't even consider, honestly, 4-betting here. Definitely not folding, so I do call.
Should have called you, Joey. Should have called you.
I do call. And we're going to see post-flop. I went through this spot with my coach, so I know what he thinks I should do.
I'm working, so I got a call right now. Hey, I'm out of work. I'm going to go with some homies.
We got to go drink.
You married, Tony, or not? Nice, man. Smart man.
Alright, and there's the flop. Pretty nice. 9, 6, 3 rainbow. And interesting spots gets now since it checks to me. And this is a spot that I think is a leak in my game. I'm not that aggressive when I'm the pre-flop, when I'm not the pre-flop aggressor. So, and I really, in my mind, I just was really not wanting to get check raised. I thought if I bet small here, I mean, the only strong hands I have is sets, and if I get check raised, he could just represent all the aces, kings, and queens, and I'm just gonna have to put my stack in, and I'm really not loving it. But like, I don't have to get worried about that. Like, he could be super wide. So if I bet small here, it gets a lot of benefit from just getting overcards to fold. He could float, and you know, he's wide. He could definitely get called by worse. So we're talking about it, and just on a 9 high board, just betting small with a big wide in my range seems like a pretty cool idea. So let's do that. Let's see. We call here. So let's see post flop. Can we do it post flop if he calls? Yeah. So we can't do that. So let's just get small blind to fold. He raises. Yeah, when he's not in the mix, almost never. Anyways, we call. Let's go post flop to a 3-9-6 rainbow. 3-9-6 rainbow. Let's solve with AI. Let's see. Create solution. Let's see. Oh, and the big blind does have some. When the small blind folds, he does 3-bet with ace-9 off, so he wasn't even that out of line. I thought he was being out of line with his ace-9. He wasn't, actually. He has a small amount, so... And it does like betting. When he does have it, does like betting, but he does check. And what does this look like? Yeah, it's betting a good amount. Betting almost half pot, and look at that. Jacks likes betting, queens likes betting, and it's bets on the bigger side. And with that, it could bet all top pairs. So, yeah, that's what I got my coach. I could just be betting a lot on this board. And if he raises, well, we just deal with it. But I don't think we're ever folding jacks. It is what it is. Like, he could be so wide in this configuration that, you know, if jacks isn't good, we just got to get stacked sometimes. So, in the moment, though, when it does it a small amount of time, I do check back. So I do check back. I think even more after that, you get more, just considering even more that there's another player involved. So I do think just betting here, I think Turn is a 5. Now Kenny does bet. Pretty small. He bets $250. So wait, let's see what the turn was. The turn was a 5. When I was talking with my coach about, he didn't expect that size to be a thing, and yep, it's not a thing. It's a big bet. So what he told me is to raise. He said, fuck that. He bet small, just raise. He thought he should be more polarized on this turn, so when he bets small, just raise it. Yeah, even ace-9 is checking now. So yeah, it seems like now on the flop it didn't go so polarized, but after checking the flop it goes bigger. So, and it's checking again with aces, and I'm guessing like it goes for a check raise with aces now too. You're right, it's gonna check raise now with aces. It calls sometimes. Anyways. So he does go small. He goes like 250, like 20% pot. Let's say 30% pot. So let's see what jacks do when he goes 33. Yeah, what we went through is he thinks I should just raise it right away. That mixes. But yeah, so... But definitely not folding. Raising her, I'm super happy. And in the moment I was thinking, yeah, like, I think I'm mostly good here. When this small bet, I thought, like, I think my jacks are good here. But I could just rip it on the river. But if I think I'm good, maybe raise right now. So, you know, there's less hands that you're losing against right here. And there was another 9. Yep. Worst part of the deck, because I could get away from an ace, honestly. I did get fold an ace, but another 9 after I check the flop. I think I'm just pretty fucked. And he does not check, he bets. So I don't think I'm ever folding here. And I talked to my coach too, and he says he's never folding there either. So, yep, I didn't even go all in. A bit like pot. I just think Jack Sip's calling. Yeah, they're just never folding. Yeah. So just a cooler. I think a cooler of a spot. This was the cooler of the stream. Yeah, he hit his 5-outer. And worse, almost feels like a 2-outer because if an ace comes, I think I can get away from it because that was his lobster ace X.
Are you dealing the whole
when
time?
the 9 comes out, yeah, just is what it is. And indeed, he bet like $900. That got me even more suspicious because I had a little under flop behind, so I thought he was gonna rip it. But when he bets the small, it really seemed like he was wanting me to call.
For 15, like even.
I think I'm just screwed. I check back the flop with my overpair. It's Kenny. Nick game's going on. I honestly never considered folding. I just thought it through. And, yeah. That's how it goes. And almost identical. I mean, I don't want to indulge in my bad beats, but almost identical hand happened next day, and that's few little hands here and there. It's just shit like this, man. That was like what? How much? Almost $3,000. The next day, I had almost identical slot with a guy river trips just like this at Jacks. Another like $1,000.
What if I ask Tony to ask him for me?
It's not a bad beat. Played the hand really bad. This one, the pocket jacks. I think. I'm not really bad. I think betting the flop is the move. I mean, if we want to be results oriented, I think the outcome's the same. Because I don't think Kenny's folding by the river with a 9. Maybe that's just me trying to make myself feel better. So I do think just betting the flop is the best.
Yeah, you're one of mine, man. I gotta order one like you.
I don't think, I guess.
Nice, man. Nice. I'll
What do
take
you
Johnny
think a
Walker,
bad beat is,
but McKenna's
right?
better. But I've been here for so long.